I'm sure I don't need to tell you that things are pretty damn expensive these days. It feels like everything costs way more than it should. But something you might not think about is how climate change is actually making everyday things more expensive and making the cost of living crisis worse. Let's start with insurance. Climate change is making natural disasters like floods and bushfires more destructive, devastating Australian communities and causing many people to lose their homes and businesses. For insurance companies, more destruction means more insurance payouts, and that's getting more and more expensive for the industry, reaching a record $8 billion in payouts in 2022. But insurance companies aren't just going to eat these losses. To recoup these costs and prepare for increasing disasters in the future, these insurance companies are charging higher premiums to customers. Between 2022 and 2023, the average home insurance premium rose by 14%, the biggest rise in a decade. 1 in 20 Australian households now pay more than 7 weeks of income on home insurance. In other words, these households work from New Year's Day to late February just to pay for their home insurance. This has hit some regional areas particularly hard, where average household incomes are low and premiums are high. The price of insurance in many areas is now just too much for people to afford. And as climate change gets worse, entire suburbs and towns will become uninsurable. Another place where climate change is raising prices is at the supermarket. Food prices have soared by about 20% since 2020. This means that if groceries cost a family $200 per week in 2020, that same trolley of groceries would cost $240 in 2024, adding up to more than $2,000 extra a year. Climate change is impacting our ability to grow our food. This can be as subtle as higher temperatures reducing plant growth, or as dramatic as floods wiping out whole crops and livestock. Climate change means that even if Coles and Woolworths don't gouge us at the checkout, food prices will keep rising. And of course, there's our energy prices. Australia's slow transition to renewable energy and huge fossil fuel exports not only further fuels the climate crisis, but has tied our energy bills to energy prices overseas. This means that when international energy prices shoot up, like they did after Russia invaded Ukraine, Australian prices shoot up as well. And even if we do manage to transition to cheaper renewable energy prices will continue to be impacted as more climate disasters damage vital public infrastructure. We need urgent action to address climate change and bring down the cost of living. Each year we fail to reduce emissions is another year we make cost of living worse in the future, and Australian households will bear the burden.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to keep up to date with all our latest research and work, sign up to our newsletter. Delivered every fortnight, it includes behind-the-scenes updates from Richard Dennis, an exclusive cartoon from Judy Horacek, details for our upcoming events and webinars, as well as explainers, graphs, and not to mention the latest cutting-edge research and analysis from the team here on the key issues that are facing Australia. Click the button on your screen to check it out.